Hello, this is Money Markets and Motivation with Mike. Our word of the day is multivocal. Multivocal is having or open to many different meanings, interpretations, or applications. Go over to our screens here. Apple continues to move up strongly after announcing that they're going to move some manufacturing over to the US. Uber is up. And we have a smattering of other companies up. Knee and utilities is up. So that is our story there. Let us go over to crypto. Crypto is kind of bouncing from their sell-off. Bitcoin is up to 117 and Ethereum is up here to 38.57. So we got a pretty strong buying in the crypto area. And that is that. We're just going to pause for a second. So this is our chart of annuity. Goes up when the market goes up and does not go down when the market goes down. So with the things at all-time highs, and if you're approaching retirement, this may be a good place to park your money. Has fixed indexed annuities. They rise with the index, so it's a good place to secure your retirement and to kind of keep growing your assets as you're getting close to retirement. If you'd like to learn more about this, please let me know. I'd love to share more information about it, about the pros and cons with you. Now we're going to go over to our charts. First, we're going to look at a couple of IPOs that just came public. I believe it came public today. This is White Fiber. White Fiber provides next generation HPC and artificial intelligence infrastructure. It zoomed up to 25 and then closed at around 1622. My screen sharing has stopped for a second. Let me share that again. And the other one is in the aerospace area, which is Fly. Fly Aerospace zoomed all the way up here to 73.95 and then had some selling coming in. So IPOs are set up bases, 16 to 25 days in length. So I would continue to watch these and see if they set up an IPO base. This is a NASDAQ. NASDAQ rises 0.34% today. And here's the equal weight in the NASDAQ, just kind of hovering around the 50-day moving average. So it is kind of pausing for the moment. That's not always a bad idea. Wait for the moving averages to catch up. And S&P 500 is kind of pausing today as well. Take a look at the RSP. RSP is pausing as well. And it looks like the IWM is pausing, and the 10-day looks like it's about to cross the 20-day. So I guess that power trend is going to be ending shortly, unless something dramatic happens tomorrow. And this Dow Jones Industrial Average looks like almost exactly the same. So the indexes are pausing, and that is not too bad of a idea. Now we're going to take a look at a few of our sub-indexes. It's been a rough day for biotech. For biotech, we can just take a look at Eli Lilly, for instance. They dived down 14%. The indexes don't look too bad. The biotech compared to what some individual stocks are doing today on their earnings. Here is financials. Financials are taking a little bit of a tumble today. In both KBWB and XLF. Take a look at the VIX. VIX goes in the opposite way of the S&P 500. So it's rising a bit here today. It's up 5.43%, and that is why the S&P is pulling back. Take a look at our treasuries. Treasuries are bouncing from this little bit of a low that they have tumbled to, up 0.57% to 4.24% interest. And the 20-year is at 3.53. It's up 0.28%. Take a look at semiconductors. They get a little bit of a bounce. I believe there's 100% tariff on importing semiconductors from overseas. So I guess that's given them a little bit of a bounce. Here is software. It pulled back to its 50-day and bounced. So we'll see where that goes. Technology is up slightly, 0.11%. Metals and mining got a nice bounce today, up 3.38%. Uranium is holding right at the 10-day moving average. Airlines holding at the 200-day. Industrials holding steady on the 20-day. Healthcare dives, and consumer staples. So looks like we almost got a breakout here. Up 0.76%. So we're going to take a look at where the big money is flowing. Some earnings are coming in. We'll start out with Costco. Costco is up 0.92% today. DoorDash got a nice move up. It's a little bit extended from the breakout here, but it is possibly another breakout here. So 5% on 271% increase in their earnings. Dutch Brothers, which had been trending down, takes off like a little bit of a rocket, up 21, almost 22% on 37% increase in their earnings. Almost a 48% earnings surprise. WTS, kind of building a base right here. The earnings are up 26%. They're at the top of their pivot zone. Remitly gaps up 15% on their earnings. Their earnings are up 150% from a 6-cent loss to a 3-cent profit. VCYT is up 15.48%, clears its 50-day moving average. Might be a little bit of a breakout with their earnings up 47%. United Healthcare is under investigation by the Senate about paying nursing homes kind of under the table and keep people out of the hospital. I believe that's how the news went down. And moving on to CACI International, up 5.19%. Their earnings are up 27%. Corning, their earnings came in a few days ago, up 28%, but they continue rising here, getting close to the profit zone. Looks like they just ticked the profit zone and then pulled back a little bit with some selling. Duolingo, which had been pulling down, they gap up on a 92% increase in their revenue or earnings per share. And that was up 13.75. They had gapped up above the 50-day moving average, and some profit taking came in. We have a tool company for the semiconductor industry, MKSI. They jump up 10.21% on 12% increase in their earnings. Amdocs up 5%. Their earnings, I believe it's 6%. Just slightly 0.32% earnings surprise. And we have AppLoving, earnings up 153%. They were a subject of right over here, I guess, a short. The short sellers came after it, wrote some bad things about it, and it's been kind of riding the wave, and now it is in the profit zone. And that is our kind of look at where the big money is flowing. This is a nice cup with a handle. Well, it's a nice cup. Hasn't developed a handle yet. It possibly could pull back a little bit and then do something like this. We do have that in one of our portfolios. So that is a story with AppLoving. Once again, reiterate, this is a 5 to 8% loss zone. If this would come back to here, and you bought it at the pivot zone, this is where you protect your profits. And if you buy it in the pivot zone and it comes up to this green area, this is a 20 to 25% profit zone. We highly recommend you take 1/3 profit at that area. If it goes to 25 to 30%, take another third, and then you can let the rest ride. And that is kind of the story there. Now we are going to move over to our quote of the day. Quote of the day comes from Mark Minervini, investor and author. It doesn't really matter what you think about a stock. What matters is what big institutions think, because they are the ones that can move a stock price dramatically. So that is our show for today. This has been Money, Markets, and Motivation with Mike. Hope everybody has a great day. And if you can go out there and help somebody else who is in need of help, please do so. Come on and support our community so we can make this a better world for all. Everybody have a great Thursday.